Hello! So in this video we'll be talking actually about grafting. So the history of grafting in our time period, and the people that we'll be focusing on are, as always, Theophrastus, Cato, Varro, and for this one we'll be discussing Columella. So this is a really exciting topic because it's very easy to see the insane trajectory that the understanding of grafting took. So first we start out with Theophrastus. Sorry, that was my pen dropping. First we start out with Theophrastus, and he did understand grafting, but he essentially, the only distinction that he made was that you should take the scion that you're grafting with and take it from the topmost part of the vine or the tree that you were grafting. So like we've spoken about before, Theophrastus really spoke about vines in the context of trees. So he would discuss things about trees and then say, this goes for vines as well. And that was the extent of it. But as we move on, so then we got to Cato, and he had some very exact instructions, which I will read for you. So Cato insisted that one should cut off the stem you are grafting and split the middle through the pith. In it, insert the sharpened shoots that you are grafting, fitting pith to pith. Smear all these with the kneaded mixture, tie them up, and protect them. So having heard all of this about the pith and bearing the pith and fitting pith to pith, it's interesting to then go and look at what Varro had to say. So Varro said, the bark of a shoot must be kept uninjured and the shoot itself be sharpened in such a way that as to not bear the pith. So you have these conflicting things, but the general idea is that in the end that you should not bear the pith. So this is kind of just an interesting distinction that's being made. Now also, Varro was a lot more concerned than Cato with ambient factors like moisture, and kind of went into detail on where was the best place to graft something, and during what season, what time, what type of weather, and what effect that would have on the graft, if it would take, if it wouldn't take, things like that, or different things that you would have to do in order to kind of combat the differences from the different moisture levels, if you had to wrap it differently or smear something on it if it was low moisture. So that's actually kind of interesting as well. Now with Columella, you kind of get the biggest leap that reminds us of things that we do today. So he kind of set up the early basics of genetic modification in a way, because he got very specific. If you've watched the pruning video, he discusses the different canes and how many clusters are on each cane and things like that. So he's a very specific person, and he gets into the types of grapes that end up from certain types of vines and canes, and he discusses what the characteristics are that you want in the grapes that come from these vines, and then exactly which types of vines and which types of canes that you need to be choosing with a mind towards the final product. So it's not so much just about, can we propagate this varietal, but what exactly do you want out of it? What do you want the grape to be like? And what even do you want the resulting wine to be like? So as I said, this is a really cool topic because you can definitely see just the blossoming, if you'll excuse my pun, of the knowledge about it. So I hope you enjoyed this on grafting, and check out the other videos, and I'll see you later. Cheers!